Good morning, day 660. Since 50 hostages have been brutally, barbarically, violently, and inhumanely kidnapped to the hell called Gaza by the inhumane, barbaric, rapists, modern-day Nazis, monsters, and liars of Hamas, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, Mujahideen Brigade, UNRWA, and the UN are complicit with Al Jazeera as well, and are all supported and financially funded by Qatar, Iran, and Egypt. We are here every morning, never giving up until all of them will be back home. We're here to demand from Hamas to surrender and let all 50 hostages go immediately, at once, in one phase, one bus, all of them together, no one is left behind, and Israel should give up nothing. This is when the war and the suffering in Gaza will end, when the hostages will be released and Hamas will surrender. And until then, the war will keep going. For all of you who care suddenly, I guess not suddenly, but who cares about the starvation in Gaza, the fake starvation. If there were a real starvation, they wouldn't have to manufacture all of these photos and lies in order to prove their point. They would have actually shown it to you, but they have to show you fake photos, manipulated photos, so you get to get your sympathy for them, so you can advocate for them, so you can pressure Israel to surrender to its death. That's exactly what's happening. Miss Rachel, who are bringing shame and disgrace to her name, because it's my name, has been amplifying Hamas propaganda to her millions of followers because she cares for the children. She cares for the children. Really, Rachel, if you would have cared for the children, you would have called Hamas to surrender and let our hostages go so we can fucking end this war. But you don't give a fuck about the children. You don't. You I guess just jumping on the trend of amplifying Hamas lies and propaganda. Has been using this photo that went viral of this poor kid who have born with a disease, some sort of a muscle disease. His brother looks totally fine, not starving at all. The mother doesn't look starving. Just as a reminder, when we're looking at photos of emaciated people from the Holocaust, it wasn't just children. People are claiming now that, oh no, it's only the children who look starving because the nutrition that the children taking and the adults are taking. The photos from the Holocaust are showing adults and children emaciated. This is what real starvation looks like. What we've seen in the real Holocaust, when people were actually starved to death, when people were actually put in death camps, when people were actually targeted and rounded up because of their ethnicity, because they weren't white enough, because they were believed on the lies that were spread about the Jews. What is happening in Gaza is a war. And they won't have to use photos like this that shows another kid with some weird disease. Look at the toes. Look at the toes. What the hell? And his mother have stolen all of his food. You didn't see that in the actual genocide, in the actual Holocaust in Germany, in Europe. But Hamas is manipulating, exploiting these children and exploiting these influencers in the Western world so they can remain in power and continue implicit in suffering. The war that taking lives. Innocent lives have been lost because Hamas refused to surrender, refused to give up, refused to let our people go. Israel will never stop the war as long as Hamas is still in power and they are holding up people, refusing to let them go. Get it to your head. If you want the suffering to be over, start pressuring Hamas. And stop with your fucking lies about Israel withholding aid. Israel have let in so much fucking aid that it's so infuriating that they have. But they're still going in, and now they are adding more tactics. They actually started dropping it from the air. Humanitarian aid. Dozens of thousands of trucks have entered Gaza since October 7th. Hamas has been stealing the aid and distributing it by selling it in outrageous numbers in the market or just adding it to the stockpiles they have in warehouses. We are continuously showing you the truth, but you insist on remaining blind. Oh, I've seen the photos of the starving fucking children that were fucking staged, that was fucking abused. Anything that comes out of Gaza is staged and manipulated because they trust that you idiots will not do the extra research. And they succeed in that. And that's justify your Jew hatred. It's so easy to blame the Jews when Hamas giving you the tools. It's insanity. It's insanity sitting here and seeing the millions of people who are blindly siding with these terrorists over a democracy, the only beacon of light in the Middle East, who are trying to do whatever they can to help the Gazans. They even did something that is so infuriating to so many Israelis. They announced that they're gonna do a pause, humanitarian pause in fighting. Just like that, without Hamas giving anything, with no hostage being released, just like that, they're gonna pause fighting for humanitarian relief. They posted this poster and they saying that in this area that marked in white, they're gonna pause the fighting between 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day to help them with the humanitarian relief. What fucking army in the world does that to the enemy? What army in the whole world is being forced and pressured to feed their enemy? And why the fuck are you not looking at Egypt? Egypt has a border with Gaza. Egypt has not been stepping up to help the Gazans. They're not letting them get out. They're not bringing them humanitarian aid in. The only thing that they've been doing is been shielding for Hamas. And all your pressure and all of your outrage is going towards Israel. You fucking idiots. You, anyone who are pressuring Israel in this situation, are prolonging this war, are complicit in the suffering of these innocent people in Gaza. How many there are? Maybe just a few. You are complicit by your blindness, by your insistence of siding with the terrorists, siding with these devil monsters who would not let our people go for 660 days. 20 hostages are known or hoping that they're still alive, and 30 that are known, according to intelligence information, that are not alive. We have 50 people there. We demand them back. We demand Hamas to surrender and give up the delusional ideology that they're gonna annihilate Israel, because it's never gonna happen. From the river to the sea, Israel will forever be. We're not going anywhere. Start realizing it. And we will continue to defend ourselves with whatever means necessary. And we will remain living proudly in an ancestral homeland, Israel, from the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea, for eternity. Am Israel Chai, forever.